weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson, taken down at the 42. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 16 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Robinson will try to pick it up, and he's going to have the Falcons first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. The Falcons in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign, and they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, Not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, Robinson. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Ready.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of it.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line. But small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Ritter off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Even in only 10 games, seeing Pitts drop from 1,000 to under 400 yards receiving was tough last season. And he has only 3 total touchdowns in his first 2 years. Still one of the most athletic tight ends in the league. I expect last season to be the anomaly.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready, put.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 17-yard line.
On play action, here's Ritter. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Robinson with another carry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Washington first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Howell now to throw it. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Howell. Under pressure, they got him again. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up.
Oh, Howell loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Going play action. Ritter. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there at 18 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, it's Ritter sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Buying time to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Robinson again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2nd down, Howell now. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Howell. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 1st down, here's Ritter. Short throw, caught by Pitts. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Here's Ritter. This pass is caught by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Falcons going to use one of their 36 ticks to go in half number one. Ritter on 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And caught by London. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
You can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And that game is tied 10-all in the second quarter. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marquise Bell. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Howell will throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
No surprise, Robinson is looking like one of the best running back prospects we've seen in a long time. He became the face of the Atlanta football team the second he was drafted, and he should be ripping off big runs for them for years to come.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, go. Ready.
Robinson up the middle. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Set, cut. Set.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Again, it's Robinson. Oh, a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Quick, yellow. Yellow, go. Set.
Here's Algier again on second down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Watch out now. 52. Set, go.
Ritter with it after the play fake. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Washington offense going back to work. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Oh, Hal loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. His own fumble. You know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he put puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job of them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Sets up the screen to Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Hal's throw complete to Dotson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. That one goes for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
If he's the best threat on offense, you're the #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Robinson on a give right side. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Caught left side Hopkins. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 19-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ritter has it knocked down. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Ritter backed up in his end zone. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing here, Howell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Howell throwing on first down here. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Howell. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and that's wide receiver Drake London who's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here now, a 3rd down and 8. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Cameron Curl up to make the tackle. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll stick with Algier. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Atlanta, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Commanders,